Zeus, the king of all gods, had a headache, but this wasn't just any headache. It was a skull-splitting, world-shaking agony, so immense it felt like the cosmos was trying to tear its way out from behind his eyes. The thunder god roared, and the heavens themselves trembled in fear. The very foundations of Mount Olympus shook with his pain. What could possibly cause such suffering in the most powerful being in existence? The answer lay in a prophecy, a whispered warning that haunted his every moment. It was foretold that a child born of Metis, the goddess of profound wisdom, would one day surpass his father. And that father was Zeus. Fear, cold and sharp, gripped the king of the gods. He couldn't risk it. He couldn't allow any power to challenge his own. So, in a desperate act to control fate, he did the unthinkable. He tricked Metis and swallowed her whole, believing he had consumed the threat and secured his reign forever. He thought he had outsmarted destiny. He was wrong. Time passed, but within the divine mind of Zeus, Metis and her unborn child continued to exist, to grow. The wisdom he had swallowed began to forge something new, something powerful. And now, that power wanted out, the headache grew from a dull throb to a cataclysmic splitting. It was a pressure that no god could withstand. In utter desperation, Zeus bellowed for Hephaestus, the divine blacksmith, the master of the forge. He handed him his mightiest axe and gave a single, agonized command: "Split my head open." Now, the other gods watched in horrified silence. Hephaestus, loyal and steady, raised his axe high. It glinted in the celestial light before descending in one clean, powerful strike. Zeus's head split open, not with blood, but with a blinding explosion of pure, golden light that outshone the sun. And from that divine fissure, a figure leapt forth. This was no helpless infant. Before the stunned eyes of the Olympian court stood a full-grown woman, clad in gleaming battle armor, a sharp spear gripped firmly in one hand and a shield in the other. Her eyes blazed with an intensity that combined the ancient wisdom of her mother and the fierce authority of her father. She let out a war cry so powerful it echoed across creation, a sound that announced the arrival of a new and formidable force. This was Athena. The gods stared, speechless. Even Zeus, his headache gone, was filled with awe. He had tried to swallow a prophecy, and instead, he had given birth to a goddess of strategy, justice, and righteous war. She wasn't born crying, she was born ready, because true power isn't just rage, it's reason with a blade. Athena's birth proved that some ideas are so powerful, they don't just change the world, they break gods. Thanks for watching, and if you love mythology as much as I do, make sure to subscribe for more stories.